growing up, I've just kind of found myself falling in love with sustainability and finding endless ways to be more conscious and reduce my carbon footprint and so on and so forth. So it just made sense that these two worlds of crochet and sustainability collabed.
So happy to welcome Bennett, the founder of the brand LOOSENDS, in this new episode. I fell in love with Bennett's bag as soon as the page popped up on my For You page on TikTok, and I'm so excited to discover more about this sustainable brand and the story behind it. Let's welcome Bennett. Hi Bennett, thank you so much for accepting to be the guest on the Crochet Podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for taking your time. I know you are very busy, so thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Can you please introduce yourself for people that don't know you already, maybe?
Yeah, of course. So my name's Bennett. I own the brand Loose Ends. It's a crochet business, and I'm based in Vancouver, Canada.
Okay. When did it all started?
Yeah, so I got curious about crochet. I think it was Christmas of 2022,
Okay.
and I was itching to pick up a new hobby. In in addition to all the other busy stuff going on in my life, I just wanted something to do in my downtime that felt rewarding but not too high stress. So I picked
Okay.
up crochet. I actually got COVID and was stuck in my bedroom, so it was kind of the perfect
Oh
time to
no.
learn. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So from there, I learned the basics. My best friend was also a crocheter, so we
Oh,
kind
okay.
of joined up and made loose ends together. And
Okay.
she's now off doing her own thing, not crocheting, but I kept the brand and really fell in love with it. So that's kind of how it all started.
So you never crocheted before 2022. It was your first time
No,
ever.
first time. Yeah, yeah.
And what was your first project? You say you were sick. What was the first thing you ever made?
Oh, there was a couple really bad swatches that I think I have a picture of somewhere. But the first like project was either a hat, like a toque for my
Yeah.
mom, or a scarf that I never finished. I think it was like this long.
Yeah. Scarves are great to start because you just like kept making the same stitch over and over. So I think we all started with a scarf. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
And how did you, because now Loose End is a brand where you sell bags. Is that exclusivity? Sorry, bags?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say it's exclusive in the sense that I won't do anything else, because never say
Mm,
never. But at least for now, I'm really invested in the bags, which kind of started around the beginning of this year. I
okay.
really decided to focus on one thing rather than do so much with my business because I really wanted to hone in and kind of niche down and figure out what I could be known best for, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it totally makes sense. I think it's very smart because like at least you can focus on one product and get very good at this specific product, and later on you can maybe add some products. But I think that's really smart. Your bags are absolutely amazing. When I like first saw your Instagram page, I was like, oh my god, and it's so different. That's why I decided to interview you, because it's so different that everything we see. It's a very touch of fashion. Can you talk a little bit more about that? Like, do you have a background in fashion or like inspiration in fashion?
Yeah, I mean, no, short answer. Um, Basically, growing up, I identify as queer, so I think naturally fashion has always been a way for me to express
Okay.
what's on the inside. And just growing up at home and worrying a lot about what other people think, I relied on fashion to be the outlet for my creativity.
I understand.
I don't have any formal training in fashion by any means,
Wow.
but I am a trained dancer and I was dancing since I was 10.
Okay.
And I went went to post-secondary for that. I finished a program last year in that. And so I've kind of, all that to say, I've always been surrounded by art. And I
Art,
think
yeah,
fashion
in
is just
general,
one of,
yeah.
yeah, fashion is just one of many outlets for me to find creativity through.
Wow, that's very cool because when we see your bag, like I come from a luxury retail background and I can see like I will not name brands, but I can really see like that inspire you and oh I think that's super cool. And you take like very fashionable like pictures. Do you hire model or they are your friends?
Um, I am very lucky to be surrounded by so many dancers because, like I said,
Okay.
I have a dance background. Um, and when I started my business and started photographing people, um, I had a friend do the photography, and then I just asked around in the community for people who were down to try. I really had no
Mhm.
expectations, but once I did my first photo shoot, I very quickly realized that working with dancers was really the way to go because
Yeah.
it makes sense. Like you just know your body so
It's
well,
so
you know
smooth and it's like they know what they are doing.
exactly. They know how to sh- uh, show showcase their body in ways that
Yeah.
accentuates like clothing or movement or so many different things. Yeah.
Yeah, you really I like your bags. Like I think it makes like your brand super recognizable. I mean, I recognize it when I see your pictures. So you do you write your own patterns for the bag? Like do you just come up with it?
Yeah, I do. I actually don't write any patterns. It's kind of all just in my head, which is
Mm-hmm.
probably not good long term. But yeah, I find it easiest to freestyle when I'm making something new.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just get carried away and never end up writing it down. But that's how
Yeah.
it goes.
You should write it down. I'm sure like people will be interested in your pattern as well.
Hmm.
So what's your
Yeah, I
big
know that.
sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, I know that I get asked quite often um, for patterns and
Yeah.
tutorials. My outlook on that is I know that it's very common in the crochet community or the fiber arts community in general to
Mm,
share patterns. And by no means am I against that. But I have talked about this before on TikTok where, at least for now, I'm not at a place where I want to share my
yeah.
patterns just because when I look at like designers who are making clothing lines or like fashion shows, it's more about the product and
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
customers and investing in a product that
Yes.
they have created. And so crochet is rather than like a communal sharing thing for me, which it can be in different ways. I think
Mm-hmm.
I see it more as an outlet for people to see like my artistry, and the
Yes.
finished product is a great way for that to happen. So I'm focusing more on making things than I am doing patterns.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. And also, like, if you want to grow a brand selling like your own products, for me, it will make sense that you don't give the recipe to everyone, because people also could recreate like your amazing bags and stuff. So I can totally understand like your approach. So,
Yeah.
so your business model is that like you are selling your bags. Where do you sell your bags?
Yeah, so currently it's majority online. I have my own website for my business, and then I'm in is it two? Yeah, I'm in two retail stores in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Yeah,
How
so
did you get
a little
the
bit here and there.
opportunity?
And
Sorry,
so
there
the
is a
first
delay.
one, no, that's all good. All good. So the first store I was in, I just emailed them once I felt like I had enough stock. I know that they
Mm-hmm.
work with local designers. In general, Vancouver's really good at. There's a lot of boutiques that are locally owned, and they're really good at
Okay.
having local brands being sold there. So I just
Okay.
reached out to one that I had gone into as a customer, and they said yes. And that was very early on in the business, about a year and a half ago now. And
Okay.
then my second store is new as of March, I believe, of this year. And they just DM'd me through Instagram once I kind of like gained a bit of a following, which is really cool.
Okay. And they wanted your
Yeah.
product in their store.
Yeah. It's very
Oh
cool, very
wow.
surreal.
Yeah, that's very cool. Like you must be proud of that. Like someone wants your product in their store. I think that's super cool.
Totally. And I think it's just a great way to get income when not necessarily passive income, but it is
Yeah.
income in the sense that it's not directly towards you. It's kind of just like you put it out,
Yeah.
everyone gets to see it on a daily basis because they're open every
Yeah.
day. And then if people buy it, so be it. So
Yeah.
it's really nice.
It's a perfect window, I feel like, for your business. And you don't have to be there, right? You just give them your products. So
Exactly.
like
Yeah,
that you can make more bags at home while your
definitely.
bags are
Yeah.
selling. That's really smart. So you
Yeah.
I discovered you on TikTok. I see like you grow a pretty big community on TikTok. Would you say that TikTok is your favorite platform?
I think so, yes. I struggle with that answer because it's like I know and love Instagram. I was kind of raised with it when I was kind of starting off.
Yeah.
In terms of business, I do think TikTok is the way to go. I just
Okay.
really love the way that the algorithm is set up, where it's
Yes.
designed for you to engage with new people every single time.
Yeah.
And it's just really rewarding in the sense that so many eyes are on you and so many new eyes are
Yes.
always watching your content. Yeah,
And they are very good to bring the audience that wants to see your content. Like I
exactly.
feel like if I go on live and I feel that only crocheters see my live, and I think that that's a very good algorithm for that. So
Definitely. Yeah.
are you trying to grow on other platforms as well, or like you are focused on TikTok right now?
I would say Instagram and TikTok are my main focus. I do post some content to Pinterest that
Okay.
I've already posted on one of the two platforms.
Yeah.
It's kind of easy in the sense that the content is already made, so I just have to write a caption and post it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are my main three. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. What's a classic day for you?
Classic day for me is I usually have a slower morning. I like to wake up pretty early and get a workout in, and then just make my breakfast and coffee, and
Mm-hmm.
then I kind of get started the day with my social media stuff.
Okay.
So my format for per day is to try and get one TikTok, one reel, and maybe one or two Pinterest posts out
Okay.
per day. That's a rough estimate because I still work a part-time job outside of this. I still have other things going on, so
You're very
I'm
busy.
great. I have lots of grace for myself in the sense that if I don't get something up every day, it's not the end of the world.
Yes.
So that kind of takes up my morning, and then around midday, I'll have my lunch and then kind of start to crochet for the day. If I have any orders, those take priority, and I'll
Okay.
usually film the process. Um, if I'm lucky, I'll get some time in to create something new, maybe draw a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'll just sit with my reality TV and crochet away and just get stuff done.
That's the best way. Best way to crochet.
Definitely, always.
So you say you draw. Is that how everything always starts for you when you make a new bag? Like you draw your bag?
I wouldn't say always. I think sometimes when I'm just playing around, like I said, I don't tend to use patterns, so I get carried away a lot of the time and
Yeah.
distracted. So for certain designs, it'll be like, oh, what if this was ribbed? Or what if I did a double crochet here? And it kind of changes as I go.
Yes. Yeah.
But then there's also the drawing aspect where I have a rough design and then it's just a picture and I figure out, okay, well, how can I make this now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
You just figure it out how it goes, right?
exactly. And I've noticed that I when I'm drawing, I don't uh, draw a crochet like the crocheted image in my mind. I'm designing things that I would see not crocheted because
Yes.
I think what
Okay.
inspires me is the ability to make something that is like made of leather or like made of something of a totally different material, and like the challenge for me is how to crochet it and how to
Yeah.
still make it look similar, which I find
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge because like it can look super cool in leather, and when you have to figure it out and crochet, it's like totally different. So it's for sure a challenge.
Totally, totally.
Do you use different type of yarn, or you have like a go-to yarn for all your bags?
For my bags, I'm at the moment I'm pretty set on t-shirt yarn, which I
Yeah.
just love. I started the year off discovering the world of t-shirt yarn,
Yeah.
and I came across a couple of videos of people making their own, so I decided to share that, and that kind of took me up, like took off for me because people were really
They make their
invested
own
in.
yarn, like with t-shirt?
Yeah, so I don't do it
Oh,
on a regular basis now.
okay.
Um, but yeah, so you kind of just have the t-shirt, and then you get a rotary cutter, you cut off the rectangle, and then you just cut
Uh-huh.
it into strips, and it turns into t-shirt yarn.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Yeah, I never thought about that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
totally. Yeah. So on a larger scale, when I'm ordering from businesses that make it, it's more so from companies that will have leftover scraps of
Mm,
yarn
okay.
or scraps of fabric. They'll take it and then turn that into yarn. So it's not necessarily made from a t-shirt, but it's the same fabric that would have been used to make
That,
it.
that's cool. It's like recycling because like if they just throw away their thing, like you just, oh wow, that's good. You have a sustainable brand.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, growing up, I've just kind of found myself falling in love with sustainability and
Hmm.
finding endless ways to be more conscious and reduce my carbon footprint and
Yeah.
so on and so forth. So it just made sense that these two worlds of crochet and sustainability collabed for me.
Yeah. Wow, that's so cool. Like the fact you can have a t-shirt and turn it into a bag, like I think that's amazing. That's such a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very cool.
So can you say that today crochet brings you revenue?
I can, yeah. Yeah, it's still a work in progress, as I'm sure many
Uh-huh.
can relate,
Yeah.
but I am grateful that it brings me a decent portion of my revenue stream.
Wow, that's super cool. Do you feel like one day you can like quit your part-time job and do that full time? Is that a goal for you?
It is a goal for me. I do think I'm still a little bit ways away from that. I do also like the idea of having a part-time job just for some escape from the
Yeah.
artistry, because I think
Yeah.
that's healthy for anyone.
Mm.
But yeah, it would be really nice to be able to figure out ways that I can uh, create more revenue and community from this.
Yeah. Do so you say like you have a background in art and you are surrounded by dancer, but do you have a specific inspiration way to create your bag? Like do you look at, I don't know, like fashion magazine, like ads or stuff like that, or it's just in your brain?
I would say it's in my brain more so. I think it is a bit more unconventional because I'm a strong believer in knowing the rules before you break them kind of thing. And when we talk about fashion and building outfits and designing garments, I know that people go to fashion school and they know history of fashion, and I don't necessarily know all that,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of paving my own way in the sense that I have the technique with crochet. I've done the
Okay.
work there, and I feel like I'm using my own personal style and
Yeah.
artistry to create my crochet aesthetic.
I think it makes it even more unique, like because it comes from you, it's like 100% like unique. I think that's cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, in terms of drawing inspiration, I really just a big one for me is just walking down the street and seeing what people are wearing.
Yeah.
And then there's certain accounts on Instagram that I follow or TikTok where people make their outfits every day. Or
Yeah.
there's a photographer in Vancouver who just walks around the street and photographs people's outfits every day, which is just one of my
Yeah.
favorite
I
things.
love these kind of pages. It's so entertaining.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean there's so many fashion is you can art in general. You can make all these
Yes.
rules and techniques, but at the end of the day, art is expression of inner self.
Yeah.
And
And
so
there are no
there's
rules.
exactly you can make rules, you can define certain things, but at the end of the day, it's like someone could come along and break all those rules while still being an
Look
artist.
cool.
So
Yeah. I follow one. I don't remember his name. Like in New York, and it's so cool. Like to see all the different styles. Like sometimes you have people that are more classy. Like it, I just love following these kind of pages. I totally understand you.
totally. Yeah. I think as of recent, I am noticing my own outfit style, fashion style, and crochet style is a lot about function and comfortability
Yes.
while also having this element of chic. So you'll see in my designs the like chic statement shapes and patterns, and yet at the same time, it's still going to fit all your essentials. It's still going to fit a laptop per
Yeah.
se, or everything you need in a day. Because for
Yeah.
me, as someone who's on the go and who lives in a city, who's commuting, I don't necessarily carry around a little small bag every day because that's not functional for me. So yeah, it's a lot about my own lived experience.
And because of the t-shirt, yeah, is like super solid in time. It's not something that break easily. Like I feel like I never try to crochet with it, but I feel it's like very quality like yarn, right?
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
try. I mean, it's literally like I'm wearing a t-shirt now. It feels like this. Like it's
Mm,
usually a cotton blend, if not 100% cotton. So it's great
yeah.
quality.
Wow. What size hook do you use?
It depends. If I'm using one color, I'll use an 8 or 9 millimeter,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the thickness of the yarn. Or
Yeah.
sometimes I'll use two colors together and I'll go for, I think it's 11 millimeter. Yeah, I'm just
Oh
looking
yeah,
at it.
because it get like thicker.
Definitely, yeah.
I really have to try to crochet with this yarn. I never try. I try raffia, but I never try t-shirt. I have to try.
You should.
If one day you drop the pattern, I'm making your bag for sure.
You'll be the first to know.
No, I really love them. It's so different than what we see. Like right now, I feel because I make plushie, I feel like I'm seeing plushies everywhere. So of course, when I saw your bags, I was like, oh my god, that's so amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. What would you say is the best and worst part of your job?
Oh, I would say the best part is working on my own, and the worst
Mhm.
part is working on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Yes.
same. It's the same because working on my own, I always desired growing up in dance and being taught by someone at the front of the room in a class of
Mm,
30 plus people.
yes.
I was just waiting for the day where I could wake up and go grab a coffee and sit down and do my own thing.
Yeah.
And so it's such a luxury, and I'm so grateful to be able to just get up every day, sit at my desk, and do what I want to do. It's such a
Yes.
blessing.
Nobody tells you what to do. Yeah.
Exactly. But at the same time, when it's just you're depending on inspiring yourself, your own creativity, your
Yeah.
own revenue, and it's really like if you don't do it, nothing's gonna happen.
Yep.
No one's gonna do it for you. So
Yeah.
it's tough. It's not easy,
The
but it's
self-discipline is
rewarding.
for sure taken to another level when you work for yourself. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think with dance, I naturally have that built in because although you're in a class, you're just as much on your own. You're responsible for working out every day
Yes.
and keeping up with your technique and going to class on summer break. So naturally, I kind of just grew up with that discipline in me, and it's really came through in my own
Yeah.
business.
Yeah. It really shape your brain, I feel. But so with your like crochet business, your part-time job, do you still have time to dance?
At the moment, not as much. I'm I'm taking a back seat in dance and kind of treating it more as a hobby.
Okay.
And in a way, it's been nice because I'm rediscovering it as the passion that I originally felt it for, rather than
Yeah.
turning it into a career and trying to monetize it, which I think burnt me out a lot. So it's been
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure when you have to turn your hobby into like a full-time job. It happened to me with crochet.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard, I feel like, to keep the passion for it when there is like such a big thing as a revenue that is depending on it. Like you really have to focus on the passion.
Hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. So what's your biggest dream for Loose Ends?
Oh, wow. My biggest dream for loose ends. I have a couple. I would love to see loose ends have its own retail store,
Oh
somewhere you can walk in and just shop right away. There's, like I said, Vancouver is full of these boutiques, full of small businesses and
yeah. Mm-hmm.
amazing local designers. And just the idea that you could walk in and have just my stuff with my brand
Yeah.
would be so cool. And I also love people. Like when I'm at markets and talking to people, like that's one of my favorite things about the brand is
Yes.
talking to people about what I'm passionate about. So that would
Yeah.
just be so rewarding in a maybe in a city like New York or I don't know, Toronto.
Like in the
I don't know.
fashion district, I can totally like see that.
Yeah, yeah, it would be so cool. I think another dream would be to have my own fashion week show,
Yeah.
wherever that may be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually attended my first fashion week in Vancouver about a month ago now, and
Okay.
it was just
Wow.
like a dream come true, like a check off the bucket list. It was just so
Oh my
sick.
God, that's so rewarding. Like, do you have pictures of the event?
Yeah, yeah, I can send you some. It
Oh yes,
was
I will put them in the podcast.
it's amazing, and it's full of local, smaller and more established designers. So
Yeah.
again, it's that thing of like anyone can be an artist at any stage of their career. There's
Mm-hmm.
going to be innovation and intelligence that we've never seen before. So
Yeah, it's
it
like a
was
crazy
very cool.
school, I feel like, when you are surrounded by these people. And oh wow, that's super cool. Yes, you have to send me pictures.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for answering all my questions. I really like bombard you with like all of my questions. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I loved it.
I was just like super curious because like it's, as I say earlier, like it's very different. And I feel like, of course, I'm gonna keep following you, but I see like a bright future. I can see it.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet to
Yeah.
hear. I'm excited for what's to come.
Yeah. Well, keep this passion for crochet. Keep creating amazing bags. I will put all your social media links, your website if people wants to check it out and pass order. And thank you so much for being a guest.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bennett. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching or listening to this new episode of the Crochet Podcast. I will put all the link if you want to follow Bennett on social media. You will see like his bags are absolutely amazing. So go check it out. I will put his website also in the description if you want to order one of his bags. I see you very, very soon for a new episode of the Crochet Podcast. Bye bye and take care.